In this video, I'll be explaining how to use the Retail Item Hierarchy within Microsoft Dynamics AX for Retail. The Retail Item Hierarchy can be found within the Retail Headquarters module under Setup, Item, and then Retail Hierarchy. The Retail Hierarchy is a 4-level deep item hierarchy that allows users to categorize their items, aid in item creation, as well as quickly use the categories to create discounts, assortments, and just make bulk selections of items. So here on the left-hand side of the dialog, you'll see the item hierarchy represented as a tree view, and the topmost level of the hierarchy is a business group. The next level down is a division group. The third level is retail department, and then finally a retail group. At the topmost business group level of the hierarchy, if I right-click and choose Go to Main Table Form, you'll see the form where the business groups are created and maintained, and you'll see that the business group is a very lightweight entity. It's really just a code and a description, and at this point the business groups are really just used for the groupings as a container for the subsequent nodes underneath it, and business groups can be used in determining an assortment or setting a discount, or used for determining which products are included in a loyalty program. And you'll see that the next level down of division group is very similar, and you'll see the only real difference is that the division group is contained within a business group. So as you get closer to the product, you'll see there's more and more capabilities. So at the retail department level, you'll start to see that there are some additional settings that are available, such as replenishment rules. So replenishment can be defined at the retail department level. You can also start to set default dimensions for posting at the retail department level. When you get to the retail group level, this is where the most number of settings are found, and you'll see that this is where it can really aid in item creation. So actually, I'm going to navigate to the men's apparel, men's shirts retail group, and I'll go into the details of this group. And here you'll see that you can set, in addition to information about the group itself, you can set default product properties. So I can state what the barcode setup is going to be for all of the items that are created within this group. And since my men's shirts all come in sizes and colors, I can set the size and color barcode. And now each item that's created within this group will automatically pick up that property value. And you'll see that that'll apply for the rest of these as well. So I can state that any item that's created within this retail group will default to use the standard size group and the basic color group. Here you can see that the replenishment rule can also be set at the retail group level, as well as some additional POS specific settings. And then you can see that you can set other key property values as well, such as item group, dimension groups, and default sales tax groups. So once the retail hierarchy is created and default values are specified at the retail group level, item creation becomes much simpler by creating an item and setting its retail group. So if I open up the retail items dialog, you'll see that the list of items is filtered based on the currently selected node in the hierarchy. So at the very top would be listed all items that are within the system. And then as I select a node on the left-hand side, the list is filtered to display only items that are within that node and its subnodes. So if I were to navigate to my apparel business group and then into the apparel division group, into men's apparel retail department, and then the men's shirts retail group, you'll see that I don't currently have any items in this group. So I can create a new item, and by specifying its retail group first, you'll see that it'll pull in all of the default values that were specified at the retail group level. Its barcode setup, its size group, its color group, and then even back at the general tab, its item group, dimension group, and all the other properties that were set at the retail group level. In addition to the retail item hierarchy, there's another type of group called special groups, and these are groups of items that can go outside the hierarchy but can contain references to categories within the hierarchy. So here's an example of a clearance special group, and if I look at the items that are contained in it, you can see that it's a reference to each individual item, or it could be to a specific variant, where I could choose that it's only the large green t-shirt. Or a special group can actually contain a reference to one of the groups within the retail hierarchy. So here if I choose retail department, I could then choose men's apparel. And all items that are within the men's apparel category are included within this special group. So you can see how the strict hierarchy can be used for grouping like items together and for setting default values for newly created items. But then special groups can be created for specific purposes and can contain individual items, specific variants, or references to categories from the retail hierarchy. Each of these different groups can be used throughout the solution. For example, within an assortment, I can specify that my mall stores will receive items from the action, exercise, and team business groups. The hierarchy is also used in the Add Items dialog for filtering the overall list of products by any of the nodes from the hierarchy and or by utilizing the special groups. So here, if I go back to the all or the topmost node, this list would be for all of my items, and then I could then filter that list for any clearance items. And the Add Items dialog allows multi-selection, and then the individual records are added to the calling form. Examples of this behavior is seen within special group definition, assortment definition, pricing and discounts, as well as loyalty program.